towards building culture appreciation and global citizenship. We are pleased to invite Duhita Parmar, Educational Technology Consultant at Day Pedagogies. Duhita has an extensive experience in working directly with educators and students and has also been involved in designing the yearly academic curriculum and lesson plans for the students. Along with her is Monica Joshi, IT head of SAT Paul Mitchell School. Monica has 24 years of relevant work experience and is associated with teachers training on IT skills and orienting students about the upcoming technologies. Let us extend them a heartful greetings to both of them. The stage is yours, ma'am.
Thank you so much. A very good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for having us today. I am Duhita Parmar from D Pedagogics. And along with me, I have my colleague. Monica ma'am, would you like to introduce yourself, please?
Yeah. Hi, I'm Monica Joshi, and I'm the IT head at Satpal Mittal School, Ludhiana, Punjab from India. And as Manka told, that I'm passionate about integrating technology in education and, inspire my teachers to create projects that are fun for learning and engaging in the classrooms. Over to you, Duhita ma'am.
Thank you so much. I've been a passionate teacher for the past 20 plus years and now being an education technology consultant at D Pedagogics for over the last 6 years. As a team, D Pedagogics is committed to creating dynamic, personalized, and inclusive learning environments using research based new pedagogies and technologies. The mission is to empower educators with the tools and knowledge to navigate the digital age successfully. We are both excited here to talk to you about the importance of meaningful collaboration and building a culture of appreciation and global citizenship in education. Before we begin, let's talk about teachers. We all have our favorite teachers, don't we? I remember my mathematics teacher, Miss Subramaniam. Very strict, straight faced. But the learnings that I got from her till date stay with me. How about you, Monica?
Yeah, well said, Duhita ma'am. There was an art teacher of mine, Miss Kanchan. She was my favorite teacher until date. She's my favorite teacher because, she motivated me to do art. And whenever I'm free today, so love to do sketching. And that's my skill, one of the skill that I try in my free time.
Great. So let's have an activity over here with all of you. When we talk about teachers, do share with us what is that one quality of your teacher which made her or him your favorite. You can go ahead and scan the QR code on your screen, or you can simply share your responses in the chat window. All right, there is a link in the chat window that Monica has shared. Please go ahead, click on it, or maybe your direct responses can be there in the chat window. And we have some responses coming in, Monica. Uh, being kind, passion, excitement for what they were teaching, kindness, wonderful. Waiting for some more responses.
I guess the audience is giving out their response. You are free to leave the responses in the chat, but we appreciate if you type your responses in the Padlet. Duita ma'am, the responses are coming in the Padlet.
Yes, Monica ma'am. We have another response using practical means to explain things.
That's wonderful. I really love the teacher, who's explaining the things with the experiential learning, having practical meaning to that, explain things. And that is, being very connected to the topic what we are sharing today.
Monica ma'am, we have some responses in the chat window. Quality of friendliness stood out from my favorite teacher. Wow, that's beautiful. I think some more responses are coming on in the Padlet. Just hanging on there for a second before we move on. All right, moving on slowly and steadily. Um, Meaningful collaboration. What exactly do we mean by meaningful collaboration? Well, meaningful collaboration is the process of individuals or groups working together towards a common goal, sharing ideas, expertise, and resources. It goes beyond mere cooperation and emphasizes synergy, communication, and a collective effort to achieve positive outcomes. Not only that, it also talks about the trust that students have with each other. Not only students, when a group of people are collaborating together, the inspiration that we get from each other, exchange of ideas, assisting each other, supporting everyone in their own work. The overall outcome is the success that we achieve. This all happens as a result of teamwork, wherein lots of sharing happens as well, also, which leads to the importance of building culture appreciation and global citizenship. But then, why is it so crucial to build a culture of appreciation and global citizenship? It is so as to foster an awareness and understanding of various cultures, as it is crucial in today's interconnected world to equip children to succeed in a globalized society. It promotes empathy, tolerance, and a sense of belonging, ultimately contributing to a more harmonious and inclusive world. When we talk about global citizenship, it helps in recognizing and understanding the interconnectedness of our world. It encourages students to take responsibility for their actions, think critically about global issues, and actively contribute to creating a sustainable and just global community. Here, when we talk about building it, the role of a teacher also plays a very crucial, important role. As a teacher, I have been able to connect my students globally with all the students through varied Skype sessions wherein they have exchanged their ideas, best practices, be it a subject like science, talking about the science projects happening in the classrooms, or social sciences, the geography that we take, talking about the national symbols, even the tourist places of attractions. Because when we talk about the four C's in today's world, which is communication, collaboration, critical thinking, and creativity, it all comes into picture. Not only with students, being educators, conducting sessions, when you conduct and connect with teachers across the globe, there's a beautiful activity called as Hour of Code. wherein students and teachers both get connected and they come to know about each other. So, facilitating collaborative learning environments is one of the important role that we play as a teacher. Teachers are the architects of the learning environment by creating spaces that encourage collaboration, group discussions, and teamwork. Educators set the stage for students to develop essential collaborative skills. If we move ahead and talk about defining culture appreciation, yes, we really need to honor each other's cultures, the beliefs, the customs that one can define cultural appreciation as the process of exploring and trying to understand that culture. You gain knowledge, you pay attention, you try to comprehend, you try to respect its customs and values, not for the Instagram photos, not for the money, not for your own personal gain, but just to respect the people and their culture. Understanding a culture better is the goal of gaining greater knowledge about it. When you are appreciative, you turn to others to lead the conversation. It maintains your status as a student. One method to appreciate cultures is to go to cultural events, read literature written by people. The impact of cultural appreciation on students is beyond limits. Gaining knowledge about diverse cultures enables us to comprehend various viewpoints in our global community. Positive stereotypes and individual prejudice about various populations are helped to fade. Furthermore, cultural diversity teaches us to accept and acknowledge the ways of being that aren't always our own. Furthermore, valuing students' languages, cultures, and life experiences as significant sources of knowledge and comprehension can assist mold their thought processes, which are tools for learning both within and outside of the classroom. So, you really need to start from the inside to the outside. And when I say that, it's simply when you are in your classroom and then you reach out to the outer circle, that is the outer world. You need to begin in that manner. That is how the culture diversity in the classroom comes into picture. First of all, respecting the culture of our own colleagues within the classrooms, and then moving out beyond the boundaries. Here again, an excellent technique to promote cultural diversity in the classroom is to teach about other languages. We have the third language in our systems, which enables our students that platform to go ahead and learn it also. Not only that, a very simple technique could be to have a multicultural class library wherein students pool in the books, the storybooks in other languages, and add to the resources and get to know about them. Celebrating cultural holidays, be it Diwali, be it Pongal, Christmas, or even Halloween. Why not? It's changing the same with the help of technology. Inviting guest speakers to your classrooms to share their knowledge, encouraging student led discussions, role plays could be one part, having global pen pals, cultural bulletin boards. So, in my school, we had this wall magazine every month wherein the bulletin boards had to be decorated on a particular country. So you get to know about the culture through the food they eat, the clothing they wear, the festivals they celebrate, the tourist place of attractions they come to know. We also need to recognize and address culture biases. It's a tool that highlights the fact that everyone harbors unconscious prejudices and offers a forum for addressing these. Stereotypes and presumptions people have about other cultures are known as cultural biases, and they can cause discrimination and misunderstandings. We really need to go ahead and build a more inclusive and fair society. It is critical to acknowledge and resolve cultural biases. We need to integrate the cultural diversity into the curriculum. Incorporating diverse perspectives and historical events from around the world into the curriculum helps students appreciate different cultures. This not only enriches their learning experience but also promotes cultural understanding. Encouraging an open dialogue. Teachers can foster cultural appreciation by encouraging open dialogue in the classroom. This involves creating a safe space for students to share their perspectives, ask questions, and learn from one another's experiences. Leveraging the technology tool for global connections. Today is an era of digital age, and teachers can go ahead and wholeheartedly leverage this technology to connect their students with peers from different parts of the world. Virtual collaborations, video conferences, and online projects provide opportunities for students to engage with diverse cultures and perspectives. To all accomplish this, the professional development for teachers is also important. Continuous professional development needs to be there. Training programs that focus on cultural competence, effective communication, and collaborative teaching. Strategies empower educators to create inclusive and globally minded classrooms. Now, here, when you look at the screen as well, these are the varied, wherein, first of all, when we talk about moving from the inner to the outer circle, respecting the different cultures within our own country and moving outside. Right. So, here, I invite my colleague Monica to share some more best practices and real life examples which we can take ahead to ponder more on the topic. All yours, Monica.
Yeah, if you can move to the next slides, please. Thank you, Duita ma'am. If you just move two slides ahead, having a slide title, Establishing Collaborative Learning Environments. Yeah, thank you so much. Duita ma'am, well said that, global collaboration and cultural appreciation, first, it is, imperative to have within the classroom, and then, moving outside, having global collaboration amongst the students. And besides that, we are engaging the students. And I'm just going to ponder on few of the activities that teacher can transact while having her lesson being taught in the class. So that is just how we can establish collaborative learning environment in the classroom. So we can inculcate it inside the classroom while teaching, during the curricular activities, and also during the trips as well. And it's vital that the curriculum and the teaching pedagogy has to be engaging and collaborative. I'll give the live example from my school. We have decided unanimously that in our school we will be focusing on the five street teaching strategies that are mentioned on the slide. That is experiential, technology enabled, multidisciplinary, inquiry based learning, and the competency based learning. Like, for example, if the teacher has to teach about the leaves, students can be taken into the ground and they can be taught about that concepts, about what type, the variety of leaves, and then she can integrate mathematics while teaching the patterns, and can talk about the photosynthesis. She can amalgamate various subjects while teaching that concept. And as you can see in another picture, that is the multidisciplinary learning, where the students are playing ludo. It's an example where the mathematical table is taught with the help of ludo, and it is used to teach counting, step counting. At the same time, very important, the value of accepting the defeat. When you are rolling the dice and you're being bitten by the snake, and even you are at the 99th position, and then you are stepping down to maybe two or three. So accepting the defeat and bouncing back with the resilience. That value also we are, kind of teaching the student at the same time. So moving to the next slide, please. As you know, Duhita ma'am mentioned that when we are talking about collaboration, technology actually plays a vital role. It's an important role in, and utilizing technology as an engagement and collaborative tool is, icing on the cake. So we have different type of technologies like Minecraft, GeoGebra, ThingLink, OneNote, SEL stickers, Kahoot, and Adobe Express, to name a few. So here you can see that to teach the concept of area and volumes. Students are working collaborative in Minecraft and solving the questions about the area and volume, the parameter, and the with the OneNote SEL stickers, working on the motivation skills. The teacher is giving the OneNote stickers to motivate the students on being the good work done. And it's very important when you're working together in a team, the student has to be aware about the emotions, the self emotion regulation. That is very, very important. And with Kahoot, when you are working in a non-threatening environment and playing the quiz, it's a form of a game with which you can play the quiz and at the same time learning also. And you don't have that competitive spirit, but then yes, the group is working together and solving the quiz and learning at the same time. So technology is playing an amazing role, having an engagement tool and working in an collaborative environment also. Can you please move on to the next slide? Yeah. So when I'm talking about engaging active participation in the classroom, so collaborating students in the activity-based learning helps to engage the students, and at the same time, it helps to build bond with the teacher and the peer group. So here are few of the activities that I'm going to talk about. That is 3D board learning. It's a kind of a board in the class where the group of students, with the help of a thread, uh, tying the thread and calculating the area and perimeter and finding out the solutions together and presenting it to the teacher. That's a very, very nice activity where students work in a team and presenting it to the teacher. Leading a change, that is the student-led clubs where students are empowered to be the leaders, and they are kind of working in the classroom to explain about a concept, suppose like the life skills, or kind of how we have to prepare the hankies, how we can prepare a bouquet, how we can prepare graphic designing. There are different topics where each student kind of is leading a club, or how we can prepare a resume. So that is very important when you are giving responsibility to the student, and if they are leading their group and teaching the other students, it helps in major team building and working collaborative, which really supports them and then moving forward and to become the leaders of tomorrow. And then various hands-on activities actually helps the students. Again, I'm talking about team building. Hands-on activities really helps in working in a collaborative learning environment. Then this is one of the example of a maths lab. When I'm talking about peers working together with the teacher, the non-living items, that the furniture in our maths lab, that is also in such a way that is collaborative, where you are moving the furniture and teaching the mathematical theorems, all the trigonometric theorems. You're teaching fractions with the help of furniture also. So not only the peer group, the other entities can all around the students and around the classroom can be collaborative, having an engaging environment in the classroom. And here is an activity where we have integrated sports where children are playing the shot put, and the distance they are throwing it, it's helping them to learn the tally marks, tally charts. So move on to the next slide, please. So building positive teacher student relationship is very, very important. So I'll be touching down upon few of the important areas. Back the previous slide, please. Previous slide. Okay, one of the slides is missing. If you can move on next after the community connect. All right, I'll touch upon this first. So, by creating a community connect, these programs, encourage collaborative learning experiences. Students work together on projects and share resources and engage in discussions, which enhances their overall learning experience. These programs can facilitate effective communication skills between students, faculty, and staff. It makes sensitize the students about what is happening around the community, and while they're learning inside the classroom. So here we celebrated the Odd Socks Day, where we talked about and sensitizing the students about the matter of bully. It's very important, that we have to be respectful about others. So the children came and wearing the odd socks, and kind of made awareness in the other students that it's very important that we should not bully others. And this way, these type of activities helped in collaboration and connecting them with the community. And at the same time, having visits in another schools, and the visits in the underprivileged schools, and the children who are specially abled also help the students to connect them with the community and sensitizing them to the environment also. Can you move on to the next slide, please? Yeah. So building positive student relationship is very important. I'll touch upon the teacher-student connect. That is one of the important quality of a teacher in the classroom to empower student and in a collaborative environment. There's a simple exercise which we can do when a child is coming and meeting you in the morning. The child is wishing you good morning, and instead of just saying good morning like that, you can have a look towards the child and can look into the eyes of the child and wish good morning. This fraction of look giving towards the student, it builds a strong connect with you and your student, and the child feels that yes, my teacher cares about me. And another example, like when you are taking a roll call in the class, instead of just saying roll number 1, 2, 3, you can just call out the name of the child. For example, say Monica, and then when you're calling out the name, you can look towards that child, and that's also kind of a build a connection with you and your child, and it has a confidence that yes, in the student, that yes, my teacher cares about me. So this is one of the practice you can follow when you're having a building collaboration between you and your student. Another example that I'm going to share from my classroom is the QCT, that is the quality circle time. It's kind of an exercise where the whole class sits in the circle. When the class sits in the circle, the teacher is also sitting in that circle, and it is giving a message to the student that the teacher is sitting besides us. She's not a preacher, and she's not hierarchical. She's a part of us. And one of the example I'll share, we just had a QCT session, and we asked the students, okay, uh, what are you any one thing you are most thankful about or grateful about. And when we conduct this exercise, we have a doll or any a soft toy in the hand, and we pass on that, and uh, the toy which is passed on, and then we stop the counter, it's in the hand of that student. That student has to answer, and while listening, each and every one is resonating at least one quality, that what he or she is thankful about, which is, a beautiful exercise, at least to having a value of gratefulness and, gratitude into the classroom. Another example we is, with the older age groups, you can, have, when we are doing the goal setting exercise, we can talk about these strengths. Each student can tell at least one strength of theirs. So if there are 25 students, at least 20 or 25 or maybe 15 different strengths can come out, and it really builds the atmosphere of the class and have the positive environment in the class. Why I'm stressing upon this? Because when we are just moving from in outside world, if the student is connected to the roots and having values, they will be appreciative of the cultural values of others, and will be easily connected in and settled in the outside world also. Another is the spiritual well-being. For a classroom mindfulness, we give tips to the children, like if you're feeling a little restless, you can take deep breath. If you're kind of your concentration is breaking down, so you can give the tips to the child, okay, have a deep breath, and then it will come back where you were, and something can be done if the threads of the concentration is broken. So mindfulness is a kind of a practice which the teacher can imply within the classroom, and can train the students about that. It's a great way of building a positive relationship in the class. And then one of the ways, the buddy classroom, it's kind of giving opportunities to the children to learn in a group. For example, like you can make a group of if it's a class of 25 students, you can make a group of 5 students, and then each group is responsible for each member, that whatever activity, whatever homework, whatever co-curricular activity is given, that 5 students are responsible for each other to get the work done and present it in front of the teacher. So this team building, this collaborative culture of the classroom, have the set the classroom environment, and the classroom environment is happy. Okay, can you move on to the next slide, please? Yeah. So I'm talking about now the supportive classroom environment. So it is very important, when we talk about building the culture later, how we can create a supportive classroom environment. So one of the exercise that we do, to empower the students, we give the opportunity to the students in the beginning of the session, to make their own do's and don'ts, instead of teachers saying, okay, you will do this and you will do that. Give the power in the hand of the students to create their own do's and don'ts, to have a supportive classroom environment. And it empowers the students, and then prepare their own rules and their own consequences, that if you are not doing this, what will be the consequences. And for, again, to empower the students, let students create their own duties, who's gonna switch off the lights, who's gonna switch on the hot case, switch off the hot case. So it kind of prepare the students, and when you do this, it gives the ownership to the students, and builds a sense of student empowerment in them. And collaborative learning, like I just shared with the buddy reading, just creating a group of students, and those students are responsible for getting the work done for their own group. And then promoting inclusion here, creating that environment. It's not about children who are of special needs, but for every student, that I am important, and wherever I am feel left out, I will be supported. That type of environment, must be created in the classroom. Next slide, please. Yeah. So it's very important, in whichever place you are living, whichever part of the world you are living, you can, align your curriculum, align your activities with the national initiatives of your country. So, because as a teacher, You are designer of the child's future, and so you can create opportunities for the students where you are aligning your activities with the national initiatives. So like here in India we have mygov.in, where lots of activities are there, so you can kind of align those activities with your curriculum, with your co-curricular activities. And then at the same time, you are also satisfied that you are doing something for a bigger purpose, not just to complete your curriculum or doing your activities, but yes, preparing your students to go and set in the outside world. Can you move on to the next slide, please? Yeah. So recognizing and rewarding effort, it's very, very important. I just in the morning I prepared the breakfast, and my husband, told the breakfast was very tasty. So it kind of gave me a self contentment and a sense of appreciation, and I felt happy that yeah, I made something for the others, and they appreciated, yeah, this was tasty. And or if you are well dressed and somebody is praising you, and it uplifts your mood. So recognizing and rewarding effort in the classroom is a multifaceted strategy that positively impacts motivation, engagement, and the development of essential life skills. It contributes to creating a supportive and inclusive learning environment that nurtures students' academic and personal growth. So we have a very beautiful this example of good folk system, wherein we give points to the students on completing their work, on finishing their tiffin, on keeping their classroom neat. Again, team building, that collaborative thing. Yeah, I have to keep my classroom clean. We will not waste electricity. These small exercises, kind of build a sense of, belongingness amongst the students. And we give the good folk star and good folk smiley each month to different students. None of the student is repeated. And at the same time, to have team building forward, we have different houses, and we kind of add up these points into their house systems, and then we announce the best house each month. And this is again a collaborative exercise in the school. And then we give the best star to the class and best star certificate to the teacher as well. So everyone is involved, from the students to the teacher. And this recognizing and rewarding effort is always a magic which works in a team building, in a positive classroom environment. Can you move on to the next, please? Yeah. So, it's very important that you care for your students, and embracing the principle of 4 C's, that is care, create, communicate, and connect, forms the foundation for fostering meaningful collaboration, not only, within the local communities, but also on a global scale. And by prioritizing care, we establish a nurturing environment that values the well being and success of individuals, fostering the sense of belongingness as well. And creating innovative solutions and approaches is made possible throughout a commitment to create, encouraging creativity and critical thinking that transcends the boundaries. What are your thoughts on this, Duhita ma'am?
Definitely, I agree totally with you over here. It's very important that you care. I care means a whole world in itself. It's not only for your students, for yourself, for your colleagues, for everyone. Effective communication becomes the bridge that unites diverse perspectives, ensuring that ideas are shared and understood. Through intentional efforts to connect, we build relationships that extend beyond immediate circles, creating a network that spans cultures and continents. This collaborative synergy, rooted in appreciation for diversity, ultimately contributes to the cultivation of global citizenship. In conclusion, Meaningful collaboration and cultural appreciation are integral aspects of education. You really cannot live without them. By fostering these values, we prepare students to be active global citizens who can navigate the complexities of our interconnected world. As educators, your role in shaping these experiences is truly transformative. Thank you for your dedication to creating a brighter and more inclusive future. Thank you for being there. And we are over here now for any questions that might be there that need to be addressed. We are more than happy to answer the same. And yes, definitely, let's join in hands together to bring in this meaningful collaboration, which leads to the building of culture appreciation and global citizenship among one and all. Thank you so much. So, when we talk about technology enabled pedagogy in fostering collaborative learning environments, what quality edtech tools could at least be explored in low resourced school contexts? There are a plethora of tools, surely. I have always believed in that a teacher should not be using tools in a classroom just because she knows about it or he knows about it. They should be child friendly. How comfortable your student is to use it. What do you say, Monica, ma'am?
True, I agree with that. Totally resonate what you said. That, ma'am, we should use a tool that student is, comfortable about. And Meenakshi just now mentioned in the, chat window that there are many low resourced tool that can be used. For example, quizzes, Kahoot, class dojo, all these can be used. And in even if you don't want to use any tool, you can have a kind of a tutorial from the YouTube that also plays a, good role when you are kind of transcend technology inside the classroom.
Yeah. So another one over here is which Meenakshi has shared over here is using offline softwares like Khan Academy Lite. So many a times when we go back into our interiors, we are not too good at connectivity, wherein students really struggle to be online or the internet is not too good, the bandwidth is not supporting. There, the offline softwares really help a lot.
Yeah, indeed. Flip also enable the students to share voice. And one of the exercise that we did with our students when we are saying that collaboration, we did a collaboration even with students sitting in Wrangler. They are sharing about Christmas, and we shared about how we celebrate Christmas. So with the help of Flip, we kind of collaborated with students. And just now we had the global connection Skype in the classroom, so we connected with throughout the world with the help of Flip only.
Yeah. And yes, how can we forget about Microsoft 365 tools, which are a whole world in itself? You don't have to really move out from one place to another place. Everything is rested there and then. And when you talk about creativity tools, Adobe, Express Adobe, when you talk about it, easy to handle. Students, teachers, anyone can work on it on a mobile device. You do not have to be dependent that I should have a hi-fi system over there. No, not at all. So we have another question, Monica ma'am, in the chat window. I'll just read it out. How does school leadership interplay with teachers' role in fostering collaborative learning environment?
So, like I said, one of the example, recognition and rewarding. So we have that in our school also for the teachers. We have a culture each Saturday. we have a meeting, and each teacher is given 5 minutes if they have tried something new in their classroom, and share it. We are a staff of 106 teachers. Share it in front of them, and that is one of the best exercise, I feel, kind of empowering the teacher, coming forward and giving them freedom to try something new in the classroom, and then sharing it in front of the whole staff. And also at the same time, it builds a self confidence and enhancing their performance. At the same time, it's motivating the other teachers, taking that back into the classroom and having a kind of environment how that can be scaled and how it can be tried further. So this was one of the step. At the same time, the leadership team should be open to the suggestions from the staff, from the, I mean, like, students also, what is required, and what can be done need based.
Yeah, I agree to it. Here, if we say the same favorite word, collaboration, the communication, the coordination really needs to happen between the school leadership and the teachers, because it's a hand in hand. You cannot clap with one hand, you need both hands to clap. So both are partners in crime, I would say again. And it leads to an ultimate result which is fruitful for the students, for the future generations to come over there. Yeah, thank you so much, Meenakshi Oberoi, for sharing that all these free tools, for example, Microsoft 365, these are all collaborative tools. They're all free to use. You don't have to really pay a cost for it. They are there for you and your students to go ahead and use them. Pooja Sachdeva, you have mentioned gratitude and being responsible helps student foster agency. Two of the biggest qualities, gratitude, being grateful, being appreciative, and responsible at the same time, again means a lot. Anything to share, Monica ma'am, on the same lines, gratitude and being responsible?
Yeah, I truly believe. And, this is one of the best, what you we, case, we can say, that value that we can impart to with our students and within ourselves also in today's time. The life is so fast. And if, kind of the way I said, that if you look into the other person's eye and, say thank you, it gives a kind of a feeling to the other person that yes, you're valued, you're important to the person, and you've done something good. And your smile, your connection means a lot to the other person, and at the same time, kind of it gives a contentment to you as well.
Truly said, truly said. Any other
So,
thoughts or questions to be shared? Yeah. And when we talk about gratitude and being responsible, so this is a heartfelt gratitude to the whole team of ICTE, uh, giving such a good platform to go ahead and share your thoughts and ideas with each other, and definitely being a part of the pedagogics who are the partners for the event as well. Thank you so much, and thank you, Monica ma'am, for being there with me, being the better half, I would say. Thank you so much.
thank you so much. Thank you, ICTE, and Duhita ma'am, for giving us opportunity to present here our thoughts on meaningful collaboration towards building cultural appreciation for tomorrow.
Thank you so much.
Duhita and Monica ma'am, I want to extend my heartfelt thanks to both of you for sharing your expertise and delivering such a thoughtful session. Your insights were truly valuable. The two thoughts that I found most lasting with me were the ones about standing up to the bullies and about mindfulness. Ma'am, your contribution has made a lasting impression on everyone present here, and we appreciate the effort and passion you brought to the session. Thank you once again for the wonderful session. Also, thank you to the audience for your active participation and questions. You can talk to the speakers after this session in the lounge, and we have a 15 minutes break before the next session starts. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.